Well, welcome back to the Roadside Rescue YouTube channel. I'm Ernest, and it's finally starting to get warm out, and we're gonna do a little video here real quick on a 4Runner. I like changing spark. There's my little buddy Mac. I like doing spark plugs on the 4Runners because the book says you have to remove the intake manifold. However, you can do it without removing the intake manifold. This one actually has an aftermarket supercharger on it. It's a TRD supercharger, so it came off of a different Toyota, but that gives us even more room. Under here, so we'll get started. Should be pretty straightforward and fun little change of pace. I haven't done a set of spark plugs in a while, so here we go. All right, we've got this set up over here. I've just got it right behind my truck here. This is my neighbor's. I don't know if I mentioned that, so didn't have to drive anywhere. I brought his car over here, but he lives directly across the street from me, so yeah, his house is super close. So anyways, we'll do the spark plugs on this. The wires, we're going to do wires and boots on those coils because it's got the 2-for-1s over there, Toyota style. Here's the aftermarket supercharger. I asked him, he said it's not super strong. It doesn't feel extra fast or anything, but kind of cool. You can see where they cut it out. Some of these came with superchargers. This one was added. And we'll get started. Drag my bolts there with that bolster. And before I disconnect these coil packs, just in case, I'll disconnect this battery. He had a check engine light come on because he unplugged his knock sensor anyways. So this will reset that. You know, we're gonna have to clean up those terminals as well. Just can't stand it. And I would normally wear gloves. I've always worn gloves, but it's just impossible to find rubber gloves nowadays that aren't super expensive, so. Hey, buddy. It's been a while since I've done these Toyota ones, but these were always my favorite spark plugs to do, just because of the book time saying how long it should take and being able to just completely destroy that. So let's check. I may need to reuse these plastic clips here. I'm going to say we do. Put those up here so we don't lose those. And take the boot off of this. Let's give her a little gentle pry here. Right into the flesh of my palm. Oh, so anyways, this car, it's got this common problem when spark plugs fail where it kind of feels like a transmission issue while you're accelerating. It'll jerk, develop a misfire. Pretty common with worn out spark plugs. Could be a fuel delivery issue as well. So I looked at it and the spark plugs were old, so we're going to start there since that's the best place to start, and they obviously need new spark plugs anyways. So got to get these boots off these coil packs. They're kind of welded onto that plastic and rubber there, but we'll get them off here in just a second. I'm going to use some silicone spray to lubricate that, and get the other two out of there real quick. Oh boy, you got your hands dirty?
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Look, my hands are dirty.
All right, this one's free. So all we got to do is break those free, and those are trash. Oh, this one's easy too. Just that other one that's kind of seized on there. All right, here we got those new boots. They've got their little springs inside of them. Just go ahead, help those slip on. Waterproof that there as well. We'll slip these on those new coils so we don't lose the springs inside, or the old coils, the new boots on the old coils. Don't want to drop these coils. Let those go on nice and easy there. I'm also going to spray some silicone in this little connector here. All the little connection points. Look at that corrosion in there. Actually, let's get some wire brush, clean that out. That got some water in there, and that's what this will prevent. That's what silicone will prevent. If you can see just the blue oxidation in there, that's why I put silicone in there. Actually, 2 of those have them, so we'll clean those up. We'll get these spark plugs out first. Grab a longer extension so I don't have to deal with that. Okay. I did remove some of these earlier. So check the condition. Oh, these are copper spark plugs. Copper's the recommended on this vehicle, so they only have a 5-year life. Copper, whereas like iridium and stuff, those have a lot longer of a life. And as long as I need to, I'll use this like a normal ratchet. This isn't an impact either, but sometimes you need an impact, like on Ford Tritons. Yep, there you go. Boldness. All right, and there's the difference. Those other ones were a little gapped out as well. Yeah, just a little interesting how these still call for copper. I remember that though. I haven't done any of them this year, but last year I did probably 5 or 6 of these Toyota engine spark plugs, and that's why they're copper. So they develop issues a lot quicker than iridium or platinum, which technically last. They say it's a lifetime plug, but that's because the average life for the lifetime of a vehicle is 15 years. Obviously, you can keep a vehicle much longer than that, but that's what they consider lifetime. So if anything's ever lifetime on your vehicle, it usually means 15 years because that's the expected life of a vehicle. So you keep it for 20 years, you need to plan on replacing spark plugs anyways. That little crush washer all the way flat. You'll feel it when it gets there. Give her just a little more. Not too tight. That's the only one I'm doing at once right there because I'm gonna have to pry that intake there out of the way. Last one on this side. The other side's a lot easier on this one I mentioned. It's got the supercharger that gives you just a little bit more room than a traditional intake. There we go. Done on that side. Let's get those coils on there with these wires as well, and make sure we put the right wires on the right one. Oh, and let's clean up those little water spots in those. Okay, you can see there, just lots of blue in there. I'm just gonna use a brush gently in there, clean it up. I'll spray some of my electric parts cleaner or brake cleaner in there, probably electric, since it's a little bit more gentle on these plastics. And we'll just do that and repeat until we get this all cleaned up. All right, that's a lot cleaner. Get some silicone in there to help prevent that from happening again. People always comment silicone paste is an insulator, but there's no issue running it on your electrical connections like that. It really doesn't insulate anything once you get those metals touching, but it does prevent corrosion like that. So I'll use it all day long on electrical connections there. And I like to replace wires once at a time, so I know exactly where they're supposed to go and it don't get mixed up. So I'll take this wire here, I'll match it up with the one over here that's the same length. But we do have our plastic clips over here, so that's not an issue. Let's see, too long. Try this one. Just right. So I'll just stick this in its hole so I don't lose track again of where these go. On that side it's not an issue because the lengths are specific. There's a short, medium, and long, but over here, if you forget, then you're gonna have to look up a diagram. Not the end of the world, but just saves you a couple extra minutes. Yeah, you can see they come with their own new little plastic things here. Just clippies. Boom. That's in. That's in. Put its bolt in. Keep everything in place. You can go on to the next one. So do the medium here. next. This was long. And then we'll go over there and do the spark plugs last. Put in there. And we'll be careful because there's this supercharger here. We want to make sure these wires stay out of the way of that belt. So I'm going to take an extra moment over there to route everything up nice and away from that belt so you don't get cut. These don't ever have to be super tight. They just hold that coil all the way down on the spark plug. Everything's hooked up on this side. We'll move over to the other side and do those spark plugs. Clean up these wires, make them, you know, so they're not flopping like that. And this will be done. Right, with the help of a super nice extra long extension set up in the back here, we'll get right to that spark plug. Ooh, that wasn't on tight at all. And this is where running that supercharger comes in extra handy, because that's the only one you have to remove some stuff on your typical 6-cylinder here. You have to usually remove a bracket, two bolts on the bracket so you can slide the hose out of the way just enough. In this case, no need for that. Okay, just always want to be careful you don't drop a new spark plug or else you're running back to the parts store to get more. So get yourself a good socket. I hate those ones with the rubber in them. And we'll start this by hand. I don't want to mess anything up back here. Those rubber ones, my only tip is to pull the rubber out, put some RTV all over the back of it and stick it back in your socket and just be done with it. But I like to use these kinds with a magnet in them. They don't come loose. Deal with that crush washer, and we've got 2 left. Bingo. Nice. Get rid of these extra extensions there. Wire on it. If I can do it without dropping it. There it goes. Dropped it. Make sure it clicks. Wait on. There it goes. Clickety click. Okay. Middle one here. That's interesting. I was just cutting the video because when it's hot outside, the GoPro will mess up your footage sometimes. This one was not tight at all. I mean, it was literally just that loose. It was already coming loose, so that's a little interesting here. May have just actually not been on that all the way. All right, here we go. Nope, just definitely wasn't tightened all the way down. Interesting. Okay. That in there. Start it by hand again, just to be safe. Go all the way down gently. There we go. Actually, let's look at the crush wash on that other one. I wonder if it ever got crushed. There should be a little pop to them. Yeah, it was flat. Just got loosened up. Interesting. This wire on, and last one. Click them. There. Last one here. Six. Just start it by hand. Just go in there gently. All right, tie that down. We'll get the cables the wires all cleaned up. That'll do it. I'm gonna have to clean up all the tools. I'm gonna clean up this battery terminal as well. is what I'm talking about. I want to be careful right here. This is the supercharger belt, and we're just going to want to make sure those stay out of the way of that. So we'll pull all these right like that. Alright, clean up this terminal real quick. There you go. Tighten down. Just good enough so it doesn't wiggle. Let's see. Perfect. Alright, let's return this car and then I'll come back and clean up my truck. Make sure it starts and doesn't have a misfire though. Alright, here's what my truck looks like after that job. Most of this is just trash. I only had to use like 2 tools, a couple of extensions, a 10mm and a spark plug socket, and the rest is just trash. Throw that away real quick. That's a job well done.